Good morning, students. Good morning, students. In the previous class, I have explained how to work out problems like a quadratic polynomial, how to factorize it, and how to find zeros through a graphical method. One problem we have discussed. Today, I am going to explain the second, another model regarding the finding out zeros for the quadratic equation. This second time I'm repeating because this one is very important, and this comes under representation and visualization. Therefore, I'm repeating again. So again, I want to take one more quadratic equation, and I'll find out the zeros, and I'll find out the zeros by two methods, that is factorization method and by graphical method also. Mostly you may get problems in visualization, like find out the zeros for the quadratic polynomial by graphical method. See, I'm taking one more. This all I have explained in the previous class. What will be the form of a quadratic equation and what are the methods for solving the quadratic polynomial. There are four methods. This I have explained in the previous class. See, one more problem I have taken here. This one, these are the numbers I have selected, that is 1 is 3 and 1 is 5. I have added the numbers and I have multiplied the numbers and I have created a quadratic polynomial. See, the quadratic polynomial is here. How the quadratic polynomial is, if any problem you may get in the final exam, like work out zeros, find out the zeros for the quadratic polynomial through a graphical method. That is very important, no? For that method, if you first initially do factorization and find out the zeros first, this the same thing I have repeated in the previous class also. One more problem I have taken now. This problem here, see, the quadratic polynomial is x square plus 8x plus 15 is equal to 0. As we all know, we have to find out factors for the 15 in such a way that when we add those two numbers, we should get 8, and when you multiply those two numbers, you should get 15. You have to select the numbers in such a way. So the selected numbers are 1 is 3 and 1 is 5. So I have separated 8x like 3x plus 5x and have grouped two terms in the second step. So here I have taken out x as common, x has taken out common. So what remains inside? X plus 3. The same bracket repeats again here. So the third term coefficient will come and placed here. So what x plus 3, both are common. You take this bracket outside. So what x plus 5, the remaining part is x plus 5. Here, see, look at the zeros. X is equal to minus 3 and minus 5. These two are the zeros. For finding out the zeros by graphical method, if you initially work out this factorization and if you have a clear idea regarding the zeros, the selection of x values for finding out the p of x value will be very easy by looking at the number line. Next, we'll move on to the next slide. See here, selecting the values of x to find out the p of x value for solving the quadratic equation by graphical method. This is very important step. How to select the values of x is very important. That you have to remember. The selection is very important, and thus you have the idea, like the two numbers we got by factorization, they are the zeros. See, what are those? Those are, one is minus 3 and another one is minus 1, minus 5. These two are the zeros for this quadratic polynomial, and we will take x values in such a way like -5 left side number and -3 right side number, and in between numbers also we'll select, and so that we'll get a graph, like perfect graph we'll get. And I have done a table. See here how I selected the x values. See, -5, -3, these two are zeros. So there is no need to solve this. There is no need to put this x value and finding out the p of x value is not necessary. Directly you can put p of x will be zeros for these two x values. And when x is 0, this term will become 0. So the p of x will be 15. So when x is 0, the p of x will be 15. See here how I selected the x value. See here, look carefully. So -5 left side numbers, that is -8, -7, -6 I have taken, and -4 is in between number between -5 and -3, isn't it? And the -2 is right side to -3. I have selected x values like this, and I have got the p of x values like this. I'll show how I got these p of x values in next slide. See here, when x is -6, see here, when x is -6, first step, you just put brackets in place of x. Then it will be easy to solve the this expression. First you remember carefully, first you put bracket in the second step in place of x, and then you put the x value. Here in this solvation, I have taken x value as -6. Therefore, here x is equal to -6. I have substituted, you know, this bracket, the power is 2. When the power is even number, even though there is a negative number inside the bracket, you will get positive. Therefore, 6 6 are 36 here. Plus minus minus 8 6 are 48 and plus 15. When you add up these two numbers, because 36 is plus and 15 is also plus, when you add up these two numbers, you will get 51 and minus 48. When you subtract 48 from the 51, you will get 3 as p of x value. So like that I have found out the p of x value. See here also the same expression. In this I have taken x value as -2. -2 here. The same thing is repeated here also. So be careful. You just put bracket in place of x in the first step, and then you put -2 in place of x. Then there will be no confusion in the first step. Therefore, here directly you can put 4 and plus minus is here, it is minus and 15. See here 15 and 4 are both are positive. So first you add these two. First you add these two numbers, that is 15 and 4. You will get 19 as answer. And what remains? -16 is there. When 19 minus 16, that is 3. Next one. Here, see here, in this x value I have taken -4. So you will get 16. 4 4s are 16, no? And plus minus, it is minus 8 4s are 32. And here you got 15. When you add these two numbers, 16 plus 15, you'll get 32. Minus here 16 plus 15, it is 31, right? It is 31 and minus 32. The answer will be -1. The answer will be -1. Next we'll draw the graph for the table. See, this is our quadratic polynomial. The second time I'm repeating how to select the values of x and how to make it prepare a table and how to plot the points. See, this is the table we have already prepared, and we'll put these points on graph. So we'll take a graph paper. This is a graph paper. In this graph paper, look carefully how to select the values. What will be the scale of x-axis and y-axis? See, look carefully here. The x is the minimum value is -8, and the maximum value is, I think here, the maximum value -8 is the minimum value, and the maximum value is here, it is -2, isn't it? Yes, it is. minus 2. And when p of x, when you that is, these are the x values, and this is p of x value. P of x will be the y-axis. The minimum value is minus 1 and the maximum value is 15. See here, 15. So we should get, so on y-axis, we should be able to see the point that is 15 on y-axis. Like that, you have to select the y-axis values and x-axis values. See here, I have taken x-axis as 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit and y-axis as 1 centimeter is equal to 2 units. See, this is an x-axis and y-axis. How I have taken the scale, look carefully. See here on y-axis is nothing but p of x. So p of x I have taken 1 centimeter is equal to 2 units. That is 2 table you have to write. Just simply 2 table, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, like that. And on x-axis, 1 table you are taking. See here, minus 1, minus 2, minus here. On x-axis, there is no positive value as such. Here only 0 is there. So the left side part is very essential. So I have shown this, like this I have taken. See how I have drawn the x-axis and y-axis, how I have made use the graph paper. Look at carefully. Now we'll plot the points now. So the first point, we'll select it as the minus 5 and minus 3. When x value is minus 5, what is the y value? That is p of that value is 0. When y is 0, the x value is minus 5. See where we are getting those 2 points. See, yes, these 2 points will lie on x-axis because the y values are 0. No, therefore on x-axis, minus 5 will be the point and minus 3 will be the point for these two. And next one, when x is 0, and y is 15. So on y-axis, we'll get somewhere here. Yes, this is 14. This is 14, no? And 14, and this is 16 in between number. So 15 will be here. This is 1 point. 1, 2, 3, 3 points over. The next we'll move on to the 4th point. That is what? Minus 8. When x is minus 8, the p of x will be 15. X is minus 8 here. And p of x is 15. That is y is 15. So somewhere you should get point here. See, we'll see that we'll get point or not. Yes, that is a point. And next, minus 7 and minus 8. X is minus 7 and y is 8. Here I should get point. Yes. Next, x is minus 6, y is 3. X is minus 6 here and y is 3. Between 2 and 4. This is 2 and 4. Somewhere I should get like here. Yes. Next, when x is minus 4, y is minus 1. X is minus 4 and y will be minus 1. This is 0. This is minus 2 in between number. Somewhere I should get like here. Next point is x is minus 2 and 3. Minus 2 and 3. So these are the points. When we join all these points, we'll get a nice parabola. This is nothing but a parabola. We have to slowly join all these points. Then we'll get a parabola. This parabola, where it intersects the x-axis at 2 points, the parabola will intersect. Those 2 points, tell me what are those 2 points? One point is minus 5, the another point is minus 3. Therefore, these two will be the zeros for the polynomial. These two will be the zeros for the polynomial. It is very easy to find out. It is the selection, the key role plays is the selection of x values and the plotting of points and joining the points, and selection of scale is also very important, and you have to write the scale also. And this is the another problem I have taken and I've explained again. Therefore, you try to do problems, try to work out the graph. When you work out the graph more frequently, then you'll get perfection in that graph. Therefore, this is a compulsory question, and I think everyone has understood. write down, attempt the test I have given enclosed in this video also. Thank you. Thank you everyone for listening.